Shri Matre Namaha. I've got an opportunity to talk on few topics and have a cooperating student who can take a video of my session. I don't know how much value that I can give on any topic, because end of the day one has to do sadhana, receiving the Upadesha and Diksha from a Guru. Of course, reading related subject topics to get an idea about it, which may adhere to that particular lineage to which you belong, would never harm you. Of course, everything is Guru Mukham. If the Guru says it's okay, it's okay. If the Guru says don't read books, or don't go searching for information on social media, or don't discuss with your fellow brother disciples, then you have to follow the Guru. End of the day, Guru is everything. As in Shivdyapat, the Guru is in the beginning. He comes in the form of the simple Guru Paduka mantra. It is simple in terms of if you study the structure of the mantra from the mantra shastra aspect, and then it ends in very complicated mantra like Mahama Paduka mantra. Then you have the various versions of the Paduka mantra. It begins with Mahapaduka mantra, Mahama Paduka mantra, then Shambhavi Paduka mantra. Then you have Guhya Paduka mantra, and ends in Kula Paduka mantra. Kula Paduka mantra is where the Kula Shakti, that is that particular aspect of Divine Mother who embodies the entire Tapo Shakti of your entire Guru Mandala. That is all the Gurus of your Guru lineage that appear. So that particular Shakti is invoked through the Kula Paduka mantra. So this is how it goes. So I would like to talk about Kali. Why? Because we have this Ashtami, Janmashtami is still going on. The Tithi. Krishna Janmashtami, it follows when the Rohini Nakshatra appears. But as a Shaktavada, we see only the Ashtami Tithi, and that particular night. So because that particular night is very auspicious for doing sadhana related to Kali. Sadhana, I mean, you are doing a japam or marjanam, where you are doing tarpanam to yourself with the Kali mantra, or you are doing tarpanam to a Kali yantra or a Kali vigraha, or you are doing a Kali homa, or you are doing a full-blown Kali Puja. So this is very significant. And if you are doing such Kali related sadhana in a Kali Shakti Sthal, it is very, very effective. Because they say in Kaliyuga, Kali is one of the deities who gives Siddhi very quickly. What Siddhi do I talk about? Siddhi, I mean, not only the minor Siddhis, but going up to major Siddhis, Moksha, because she is Parabrahma Swarupini, and she is embodies the Brahma Vidya, and she gives moksha. She is the first of the Dashamaha Vidyas, and she is not only the foremost of the Dashamaha Vidyas, she is also the one who readily gives moksha, and she is very cooperating Divine Mother. If you want to approach her in the purely Vairagya aspect, then she allows, but that is in a very few exceptional cases. She doesn't like people following the sannyasa marga, that is nivritti path, to reach her. She always prefers a person having both yoga and boga to walk towards her. That is the tantric path, where you have both you are leading your own life, and you are embracing whatever lifestyle you have, and you are not shunning anything away, but you are divinizing everything, so that ultimately you go knocking at her doorsteps and completely merge in her. So why do I talk about Kali? Since I call myself, or declare myself, or write myself being a Shivdya Upasaka, because the gurus of my guru lineage were not only great Shivdya Upasakas, very highly enlightened spiritual masters, but they were also great Kali Upasakas, apart from doing sadhanas of other Dashama Vidyas. But we do not call ourselves as a mixture of acharas, that is paths. We are not a Mishra Achara. So, and none of my gurus were sannyasis. Although they were sannyasis, they proceeded further in the path. They took the external sannyasa and then they went further. They embraced Paramahamsa Diksha. That is, calling the Nirguna Brahman through the Hamsa Gayatri mantra. While you are still in the samsara, you are floating the ocean of Nirguna Brahman, then going in the next step of Paramahamsa Parivrajaka. That is your human body not residing in any particular location for not for more than 4 nights. And beyond that is the 4 types of avadutas listed in the Shastras are 8 to 16 types depending upon which Shastra or which Tantra you look at. And then finally reaching at Digambara Avaduta. That is, there is a Diksha, there is a name of that particular state of consciousness. So it is not some cooked up fiction that I am talking about. So all my gurus were such great highly enlightened masters. So Kali, she is portrayed or visualized or invoked as one who is black in form, because although if you see the rest of the Mahavidyas, it's only Kali. Even though people have talked, great saints have talked about it, and you have the entire Kali Krama tantras, there's still a lot of huge mystery about her. That's why the black represents nothingness. She is nothing but the Maha and she represents the dark corners of the Sri Chakra. So, in fact, that is how I got the Upadesha from my Guru. To invoke all the 32 forms of Kali in the Sri Chakra. So in our Paddhati, we have 32 forms of Kali. One end of the spectrum is Dakshina Mahakali, and the other end of the spectrum is Shavasara Mahakali. That is the name that my gurus gave to Kala Sankarshini Kali, the supreme of the 13 Kalis of the Kashmir Kali Krama, the one who destroys, who initiates the Mahama Pralaya by destroying the entire creation, the infinite creation governed by Sadashiva, while Sadashiva is all the time witnessing this. It happens in a fraction of time that it takes for a woman to frown her eyebrows, and then she kills the Veda Purusha, the Adi Purusha of the Vedas, that is Lord Narasimha, and then finally her unfortunate consort, and then she closes the chapter for some time. So that is the end of the spectrum, Dakshina Mahakali and Shavasana Mahakali. So that is the heart treasure of my Guru Parampara. Of course, Dakshina Mahakali is known, it became very popularized because Ramakrishna Paramsa did her sadhana using the Mahavidya Ragni mantra and awakened her in that particular idol, which is located in Dakshineshwar in Calcutta. So that is how we know about the Dakshina Mahakali popularly. Also by her, the famous Dakshina Kali Stotram, where her entire mantra is encoded in that. But do the Tantras say about very visibly that about Dakshina Mahakali? No, they just generally say that Kali is Shipra Siddhi Pradayaka. She in Kaliyuga, she is bestower of Siddhis very quickly. And the Kali is a generic name given to all the 32 forms of Kali. And all the forms of Kali they are all sitting on the corpse. That is Shiva. They made Shiva into a Shava. That is the kill time. Shiva represents Kala is nothing but Shiva that represents time. Except one of the Kali, that is Shavasara Mahakali. She doesn't sit on a Shava. Instead, Shiva is standing next to her like as if he is a bhakta seeking favors from her. So that is how the Dhyana Shloka is. I don't have to, I am not cooking up. This is what the scriptures say and this is what my gurus have told me. And she is, she represents the entire visible form of Nirguna Brahman before her Upasaka took physical birth, and after her after the physical death of the Upasaka. That means she represents the world before you are born and represents the world after you are dead. But then why there so much gory details about her? Because the way that she behaves, she blesses the Upasaka with misery, sorrow, and misfortune in the beginning. because to quicken your karmic evolution. How will you progress? You have to progress through two paths. Either you progress enjoying life and enjoying all the delights of life, like for example the Uchishta Ganapati path, to the extent that you feel guilty that you are enjoying your life to reach moksha. Then the other path is the sorrowful path. But of course, when you are reached to a great advanced stage where you are able to combine, do mantra samputi karna of Shavasara Mahakali with other deities for certain prayogas or for certain applications. She is no more in that fierce aspect. Then she becomes a sort of a mentor. But you will have to realize her in the form of the guru. What is said in the Sri Vidya, that the guru, the shishya, the Sri Chakra, the Sri Vidya mantra, they're all one and the same in the absolute reality. So in the case of Kali, if one has to realize Kali as the guru, then then you have crossed the stage where her antics and place of Kali no more holds sway over you. I mean to say that she doesn't test you anymore, and then your path is smooth. But of course, you will have to control your ego, not because then you see yourself apart from the world. Of course, in this present Kaliyuga, 99% of the population are not spiritual, and even among them a tiny majority consider visiting temples or visiting pilgrimage locations as a great spiritual sadhana. Then even among that remaining 1% of the population who call themselves as upasakas. Why do I say call themselves? Because they are all falling under this pseudo fake and fraud gurus. I have voiced my opinion about that, so I don't have to talk about that rubbish at all. So it's only a tiny portion of the upasakas who are under genuine guru and who are trying to do their sadhana irrespective of the circumstances and other limitations. So, Kali, in Kali Krama, you have, they begin with the Mula Bija, they get the Diksha of the Mula Bija, and then they progress to getting the Shakti path in the Dakshina Mahakali mantra, and then they proceed with the Kali Paduka mantras, the various versions of that, and they end in the Mahameda Samrajya Diksha. But in my guru lineage is that when one is able to effectively use both the spectrums of Kali, and that is where it is there. That is where one has reached the stage of Maha Meda Maha Samrajya Diksha. That is, you are emperor of all the upasakas. But you are no more a upasaka. Only because you are doing sadhana, visible sadhana, which is seen by your students or peers, they call that, then you are known as a upasaka. That is one who does upasana. But you are no more upasaka. You have realized Kali, you have tasted Kali. I would say it like how you have tasted ice cream, you have felt Kali. Of course, then you would say, where is the merger, where is the final union Kali? She is a chaotic aspect of the universal cosmic mother. So if one is to completely, experience Kali all the time in a concrete experience, this is not a hallucinatory or imaginatory experience. This is validated by one's own guru. And such great advanced upasakas, they are not deluded by their own mind or by their ahankara, that is ego. So to hold the entire energy of Kali is a tremendous feat. So except for highly realized great souls, the one step below that are the highly advanced adepts, they experience Kali when they are invoking her in special rituals. It's a special juncture of time. And usually, Kali Upasana is always, she prefers to be done walk to the Tantra path. Tantra path, the name itself is a connotation, it's like a bad name. You say, I'm walking on the Tantra path, or I'm a tantric. It gives a very bad label or bad image to the people, general mankind, because you have these fake gurus and because of the misconception of the people also. Tantra, is a path where you are leading your own lifestyle. It could be anything. It will be normal, or you might be leading a super luxury, or you may be poor. But whatever, you are not changing anything. Everything you are offering to Kali. You are not shunning the world. You are not hating womankind like the pseudo yogachara path. Neither you are trying to be a hypocrite, saying that she's yoga boga pradayini, divine mother, like the pseudo dakshinacharya. Neither are you indulging in sensual pleasures of the world like the pseudo tantrics. So I'm not a flag bearer for either of the acharas, because I have seen, heard, and read about this kind of people. So anyway, I'm again digressing from the topic. So Kali, she accepts. She is able to give favor in the tantric path, but she has, in very rare exceptions, she has given boon of Mahajivan Mukta status to people who walked on the right hand path. The example is Ramakrishna Paramsa. He had a relationship with the Kali as a son with a divine, with the mother. Similarly, also the example I can quote is my own Atma Guru Devipuram Guruji. He invoked her in that relationship of a mother and son, and he got her Purna Anugraham and Purna Siddhi. But they are very exceptional cases. Every Tom, Dick and Harry cannot mimic that, and neither can you force the deity to say that you walk on my path. See, each of the Divine Mother has got infinite attributes and infinite forms. Each form and each form represents a particular path, and that path is very peculiar. And there's a particular achara, there's a particular vidhanam to do the puja and the sadhana krama. You can't say that these are my likes and dislikes, and this is how the devata. They are not at your beck and call. Of course, if you have reached the state of Vama Kepa, who is to offer urine to Divine Mother in the form of Tara, if you reach that state, then you can do that. But to reach that state, you have to control your ego. You have to show its humility and approach a genuine guru, and do sadhana and walk on the path. You never stop. Of course, not every day, not every time is a rosy picture. You will always have circumstances. You will have inner obstacles and you will have outer obstacles. The world is maybe environment may not be favorable to you. It may be unfavorable to you. It depends. But you will have to walk forward. As Swami Vivekananda says, always go forward. You have to go forward. Maybe the quality of sadhana or the quantity of sadhana time may not be much to your satisfaction. But you will have to follow two things. One is your own purushartha. You have to put the effort. And second is surrendering to the guru. Of course, you have to surrender to a guru who is highly realized master. Surrendering to a fake guru, it doesn't give any result at all. It is zero result. Only thing is it will boost your ego to a maximum extent. Yeah, so Kali, normally Kali sadhana is not done by, if you see current levels, they normally materialist people don't do, because the problem with Kali sadhana is it creates havoc. Unless the guru is not highly realized, and if his gurus are not powerful masters, then you are doing Kali and you are invoking her chaotic energy. And if you are leading a materialistic life, running a business or working, and you are having a family supporting them, the chaotic energy is going to create chaos in your life. So you will have to have a very powerful guru, a highly realized guru, who can smoothen the medium. He's a smooth medium, because he's going to introduce you to the deity. Because without the guru, there is no devata. That is what is taught both in the Tibetan tantras and also in the Hindu tantras. Without the guru, there is no mantra diksha. And without mantra diksha, you cannot pick up and chant mantras. Now we have these gurus who are giving left and right mantras and creating WhatsApp group and Telegram groups. Okay, let us leave that aside. So without sadhana, you cannot get Siddhi, and without Siddhi, your life is not accomplished. Siddhi, I mean to say, is the highest goal of moksha. So that is how it is a Kali path, and there's not much of rituals involved in Kali. I know, particularly in the Kerala Krama and the Bengal Krama, there are extensive rituals related to Kali, but she does. And then you have the purely Gnana Marga of the Kashmir Krama. So they are both extreme polarities. But she doesn't require, much of rituals. It's only you are doing her japa and doing dhyana, and you are following the upadesh of the guru. And one has to have a dhuti for that. Dhuti, as in external concert, who is also a fellow upasaki. It may be in certain cases that person who is walking on the Kali Marga will not have a wife, as in a concert, or may not have a fellow upasaki to help him in the path. But in such cases, his own Kundalini Shakti will represent the concept. So this. The more I dwell into this topic, it will not make sense. One thing, and second, it is irrelevant to the majority of the population. And third aspect is it will defeat the very purpose why I am talking about, because I want to give an introduction, I want to give a flavor, I want to be able to motivate, inspire people. So motivate, inspire those people who do not have a guru, so they can pray to Divine Mother and pray to her and ask, give me a guru, let me do a sadhana. Because such is the greatness of Kali. In fact, in the Shastras themselves, they say, if you chant, if you do her Nama Japa of Kali, that itself gives results. Of course, you will have to get it from a guru. Kali itself means one who destroys Kala. That is a type which is represented by Shiva. But then you might say, how can you approach the Divine Mother, that is Kali, through the tantric path, calling her as your beloved because she has got a husband? But this is you can't use your limited human faculty and understanding and say these deities are like human beings having one wife or one husband. She's a Divine Mother having a particular attribute, and that is known as Kali. And she has got a concept that who is Shiva, Sadashiva. What is Sadashiva is nothing but infinite conscious. It represents a particular supreme consciousness state. It also represents a personal, individualized deity. But that doesn't, you can't mix concepts of relative, which is in relative terms with the absolute terms. So if you have risen to the state of that Shiva Tattva, then you are her consort. She herself will come to you. But you cannot approach Kali by doing sadhana of Shiva. By gaining siddhi in Kali Marga, you are already gained the favor of Shiva. However, what is a visible proof that you have gained the grace of Shiva? Because you have become Shiva himself. You have merged with that particular supreme state or that particular individual deity, and you become Shiva to Kali. But if you are walking on the Shiva Marga, that is the Shaiva Siddhantachara, you will not have the grace of the Divine Mother, the Shakti. And it is always told, irrespective whether it is in the Vedas, that is where in Vedas, Divine Mother is Veda Mata Gayatri, or if it is in Tantras, where the mother of the Tantras is represented by Mahashodasi. Mahashodasi is nothing but the opposite side of Kali. They are like two faces of the same coin. So so then this is the way it is. Without securing the grace of Shakti, one cannot get moksha, and without surrendering completely to the Guru, one cannot cross the Agna Chakra. So these are the things that is there. These are the things which is told in the Sadhana Krama. And what about the Kali mantras? Yeah, they are, even the small bija mantra of Kali is itself very powerful. And there are certain sadhanas where they are prescribed invoking the Mula bija of Kali in the Sahasrara Chakra, which is a dangerous feat, which even a middle level upasaka should not attempt, only by advanced upasaka. Then you have her various combinations of the Kali mantra, Trayakshari, Shadakshari, Navakshari. Then you have the Vidyaragni mantra, Mahavidyaragni mantra. Then other forms of Kali are pulled in the sadhana of Kali. But ultimately it is only two. It is the Dakshina Mahakali, Shavasara Mahakali. So the complete evolution of Kali is seen in Shavasara Mahakali. She starts the journey in one form, and she ends with culminates in Shavasana Mahakali. If you have realized Shavasana Mahakali as one's own guru, then you have become safe. You are no more you are a play toy in her hands. You got her attention completely. You have got her grace, and she is completely with you, playing the role of your guru to you. So that is where one progresses very fast. And when one is doing Shavasana Mahakali, then he need not do Mahashodasi, because chanting one time Shavasana Mahakali is like chanting crores of times Mahashodasi. Such is the greatest of Shavasana Mahakali mantra. Then you might say, because even you might say, where are such great upasakas? Of course, such great upasakas are none but my gurus who did her sadhana. But she has to be, but there is also a paradox. She has to be approached only through the Vamachara Margam, and she is not suitable for Kaliyuga, for even for 99% of the Siddha Purushas, because we are limited by two aspects. One is we are dependent upon food. We cannot forgo hunger, and we are limited by our own individuality. So Kaliyuga, many people are not qualified for this. Is it relevant to this sort of high supreme practice, which is also very dangerous, very risky? Is it practical? Is it a must or a requirement to get moksha? No. You have got various other paths where people have reached moksha in great heights. These are meant only for very few Mahasiddhas. It is, I could say, in a harsher way, it has to be distant. Otherwise, you can't. And that guru was giving you diksha of Shavasana Mahakali itself must be residing in the Purna avastha of Kali. Such is the greatness of that. And such great gurus, they don't project themselves as celebrity gurus. Neither they are surrounded by fame, money, pomp, women, etc., or all the luxuries, or the having various ashrams and pithams. That is not, because the very fact is the Shavasana Mahakali is to destroy your ego and to merge you with her. So she is going to cut down everything. So a guru in her path will not be surrounded with all these things. So that's the upasaka also should understand. So yeah, why do I talk about her? Because Lakshman Jo, he has once mentioned, don't talk about such deities because it will attract obstacles in one's path. And you just pray to her as a divine mother. He himself did not get her mantra diksha of that. He's the great gurus of the Krama teachers of the Kashmir, they stopped that, they closed that. And you saw the destruction. Kerala, Bengal, and Kashmir area, they have done her sadhana. And you saw how they're not able to control her chaotic energy, and look where it is. Of course, now things are improving because there's a great Kali Bhakta who is our current Prime Minister, because he got the Diksha from Ramakrishna Mission. And Ramakrishna Mission is where Ramakrishna Paramahansa was a great Shakta himself. So, luckily, Bharat Desha is, having a smooth sail. So Kali Upasana is, ultimately you need a proper guru. There are hundreds of guru lineages in West Bengal, but where are such great gurus and great upasakas? Doing her big rituals or fancy rituals is not a definition of a Kali Upasaka. Neither is going to a smashana and getting addicted to cannibalism or addicted to liquor, addicted to licentious activities. That doesn't make one a Kali Upasaka. Neither is wearing dressed in all black robes and having a fierce face. When I see such people, I get turned off. They represent more of demonic behavior. So one has to do. So this is, I was just given a small introduction about Kali Sadhana. I may be repeating myself because I have spoken about her and also posted about her, because I want to do two things. One is, as I told, to motivate people, and also to share the greatness of my Guru lineage. Why should I share this? So that people will get an understanding of that, and it's also is a means of gratitude that I'm showing towards my gurus by giving a glimpse of it. I'm neither breaking my kula vows nor revealing any secrets. That's about it. Om Tat Sat.